impact statement, saying, "I want to show people that one night of drinking can ruin 2 lives. You, Turner, and me. You are the cause. I am the effect. He is a lifetime sex registrant. That doesn't expire. Just like what he did to me doesn't expire. Doesn't just go away after a set number of years. It stays with me. It's part of my identity. It has changed the way I carry myself, the way I live the rest of my life." Responses to these and other scandals of sexual misconduct have been varied and often polarized. Many see a struggle for cultural progress, a noble battle in the ongoing fight for women's liberation. Some question the reliability or motives of the women coming forward with allegations of abuse. Some respond with genuine sadness, but partially dismiss the phenomenon, saying, "Boys will be boys," suggesting male sexual violence is an inevitable part of society. Some respond with fear that they themselves or a man they love could become a victim of public outrage and hatred because of such an accusation. These scandals are understood by some to be a consequence of toxic masculinity, which is a shorthand way of referring to the unsavory and dangerous aspects of our cultural concept of maleness. Toxic masculinity describes men and boys who are emotionally repressed, egotistical, macho, and immature. It produces and perpetuates a male sexuality characterized by erotic conquest, entitlement, objectification of women, violence, and a lack of self-control. This concept of maleness, it is argued, primes men to become predators. There's broad agreement that men should not be like this, which raises the question, what should men be like? What is non-toxic masculine sexuality? Many agree that consent is a good starting point, but no further consensus has emerged in the cultural conversation, leaving even sincere and well-intentioned men confused about their own identity and the appropriate expression of their sexuality. The church, too? The #MeToo movement hasn't been limited to the secular world. Since the sexual revolution of the 1960s and 70s, evangelical Christians have been at pains to differentiate their vision for human sexuality from permissive and liberated attitudes in the broader culture. The biblical manhood and womanhood movement championed the nuclear family, marital fidelity, submission and motherhood for women, and leadership and hard work for men. Another wave of evangelical responses involved a slew of popular books on sex, dating, and marriage, the most influential of which was Joshua Harris's I Kissed Dating Goodbye, published in 1997. The movement that gave rise to these books is often referred to today as purity culture, which is characterized by a rejection of typical dating and a strong emphasis on premarital abstinence and moral sexual purity. The stated goals of these movements have been to uphold Christian values against secular ones and to protect God's people from the moral stain and consequences of sexual immorality. Christians have often presented themselves as having the moral high ground as it relates to sexuality, but has this proven to be true? Have biblical manhood, biblical womanhood, and an emphasis on sexual purity spared the church from the scourge of toxic masculinity? The answer to this question, tragically but clearly, is no. In late 2017, Emily Joy Allison, a survivor of church-based sexual abuse, helped launch #Church2, a parallel hashtag to the viral #MeToo. This and the related #SilenceIsNotSpiritual hashtag brought to light hundreds of stories of abuse, assault, and cover-up in churches and Christian organizations. Months later, a Houston Chronicle exposé cataloged hundreds of instances of sexual abuse in Southern Baptist SBC churches. Bill Hybels, senior pastor of Willow Creek Community Church, one of the largest and most influential churches in the world, resigned in 2018 amid allegations of sexual